Gods above, all the standard hullabaloo, yada yada. Regular prep and everything. I wonder. If I can... Lovely. That is exactly what I was after. We may as well put that over in my Discord as well. Not to mention I do still need to pin that. Oh, gods above, I have my volume on over there. Undesirable. Alright, apologies for me not being entertaining right off the bat. I'm trying a little something new. I don't usually promote this over here. Yes, good job, Jeff. You can look at the shapes and colors and make a decision. Not even a decision. You can comprehend what's in front of you is what I should be saying. But yada yada, same stuff as always. If you subscribe, you can also join the server. Not to mention, if you'd like to cause a little extra chaos, there's that server store where you can cause me problems directly. Now we do need to wait for this grass to grow back as well. But the aim of the game today is to get a lovely, functional living quarters for our dear friend here. I suppose making a barn can be put on hold. But let's find ourselves a decent location. I don't want her too far off, I suppose. I'm likely going to have to make the entrance to her living quarters more of a double door type of system. Oh, and thank you kindly, W4 and Cult Case Files, for the gifts. It is greatly appreciated. Oh, yes, nuclear strike. You're so good at your job. Dumbass. You members of Task Force think that every single one of your God's forsaken problems can be solved by throwing weaponry at it. And one day it's going to bite you in the ass and you're going to come crying to someone with, "Oh, how did this happen?" Oh, well, you can't be saying I'm up to evil things when Director Koenig is paying attention. No, I'm simply enjoying the little enrichment time the Foundation allows me. Also, I believe I've forgotten something once more. I certainly did. There we are. In case passive-aggressive tonight. This is the usual, dears. Okay. How am I doing claim block-wise as well? Not shabby. I could expand some things is the word I was looking for. I can also melt this sword down. That wouldn't be too shabby of an idea. Fix it and then melt it. Lovely. Oh, that was quite quick. Gods above. Alright. Perfect. Well, that is fair enough. And hello, W4. Yada yada. Foundation sanctioned escapades. I know you know the drill. The question of how exactly would I like to build up her home Congratulations. Don't let the idiotic members of Task Force find out. They can't keep their weaponry in their pants. Oh, you're asking me a question. God's above. Dear, what level of followers are you sitting at currently? Because having that filmed already may not be the best mode of operation. Plenty of things can change in the time it takes to reach 1,000 followers. Gods above, I would know. At times you can have a video that takes off to the stars and suddenly you go from 1,000 to 3,000 overnight and there's a bit more pressure added to you. And other times it trickles in as slowly as slow can be. You are all victims to the algorithm, and gods above, you can see when the villagers have been planting things and not me. There we are. You know what? You lot can have these. There. Those are your problems now. Alright. I suppose right off the path, this area wouldn't be a bad place to build a bit of a home for her. Something nice. And it seems that we have company.
You do.
Yes, Kolinsky, I would say that you're jumping the gun a bit. To have your face reveal for 1,000 already recorded, meanwhile sitting at 300, there could be quite some time between those two numbers. It may not be up to your standard later on by time you hit that milestone. But you have it all the same, so you're at least ahead of the curve. Oh, the task force can't stop rambling on about weapons and nuclear armories. Ah, gods above, how do they hire people like this?
Because they hire people who will point and shoot and not ask questions.
Oh, that part's obvious at this point. Yes, go dig a trench, honestly. Why are we shouting desk?
Desk?
I don't think the desk is here out of character.
Is that an account name?
The desk of Alto Clef.
Oh.
Yeah. Out of character, big props to him. He got handed me. He was basically put on babysitting duty for me. So y'all are getting a story time. Early on, when I first started making stuff, it was actually the person who sent gifts earlier, Cult Case Files. They came across my page and took me in under their wing and stuff. And they're the SCP community needs more creators who are active in doing stuff like this. So I'm gonna hook you up with some people who have helped me out and everything. I was like, oh, that's really nice of you. And so he got me in contact with Dr. Sumerian, the creator of the character. And I'm sitting there boogled as can be because I'm like, man, I feel like I've been thrown into the deep end now. So I'm talking with him, asking, like, tips and everything. He's like, all right, what are you primarily making content on? I was like, well, YouTube for the most part now, but I've been starting doing stuff with TikTok. And he's like, okay, you know, I don't know TikTok too well, so I'm going to hand you over to someone who does. So that is how the desk got me thrown into his lap and basically said, here's a kid, it's yours now. And that poor man has had to put up with my dumbass questions, like, since I started making content. And you know what? He's been doing it. He's, like, he plays nice with me. And I don't bother him much anymore. But, you know, I still greatly appreciate him for all that, you know? There we are. But now, back to in-character things. SCP researcher playing Minecraft. Yes, that is the case. And I do much appreciate your support, but it's not just any old bit of Minecraft. We are playing the Foundation's version, so there are SCPs within this as well. This darling will be getting her own proper room today, and of course we have the D class that simply wander, and can you guess what my favorite mob is? I'm sure you can't. I'm sure you have no idea what my favorite Minecraft mob is. No one does. And what are you testing now, Kalinsky? Oh, gods above. Connor's remarking about chickens. You know what makes me really happy, Jeff? The fact that you're in my enrichment period, and I truly do not have to listen to any of your task force ramblings. So we're going to tell you to zip your lips for 30 whole seconds and see if your brain cells can fire off and think of anything else to say. Gods above. Maybe if I'm lucky, it'll be at least semi-related to the subjects at hand. But, you know, I can't expect to be that lucky, can I? Oh, it is funny to simply abuse power. Gods above, I do not give a shit if you breach containment. That is not a me issue. That is a task force issue, my dear. Alright, let's come to terms with what items we wish. Because I would like to use the Bladewood Grove wood. It is an interesting color. But I'm not certain what other blocks to use, because I'd like it to look like a house, and not yet another Foundation prison. It can be a nice accent block, or even for the floors. Doesn't have to be like she's living in a box. I'd also be much inclined to have some pink around. Pink concrete, specifically. But that also means I have to make pink concrete, which means I have to go get gravel. And sand. Ugh, gods above. So I'm thinking of using pink wool as my main accent. Put these away.
Of course you do.
I'm not surprised. You have a lot of everything.
Yeah, what don't you have exactly?
The dragon egg, apparently.
Oh, has a certain director not fixed that?
No. Gods above, you've seen no more chickens in my yard. But you've seen how a certain director has been interacting with me recently, so I'm not asking.
I told you I
didn't. Oh, I forgot that you have a name. He at least kept it non-physical this time, I suppose is a plus.
You're welcome.
The hells do you mean you're welcome? Are you speaking to him on my behalf?
Yes, but no.
I can deal with what he does. You needn't get involved.
I had my own reasonings for asking.
Being
I can't handle change right now.
it wouldn't have been any change. It would have been the same thing he always does.
Doesn't matter.
I'm saying your logic doesn't hold true. Again.
Then my logic is flawed. But I very well don't think I can say the actual reason without a lot of kickback.
You mind your own business, and I will mind mine. What he does and how he interacts with me is none of your concern. I appreciate the sentiment behind it. I'll admit to that, but it cannot continue.
I'm not aiming for it to continue. I just needed a break.
I don't see how that relates. God's blood. Hello, Dr. Real. Dr. Real, question. And much appreciated on the gift, but I do have a question for you. Were you fucking with my nether portals? Because it seems that no one else has claimed responsibility. And I'm curious, as if it was you, potentially, that was doing such things. I'm not asking how long it's been, because I don't go through the portals every day. I'm asking if you were fucking with my nether portals. I'm simply curious. It's not like I can provide any backlash. I don't know where you live. Ugh, gods above. At least you claim the things you've done. So that leaves it to being Dash 4 or Dr. Baker. 'Cause God's above, Mandy, if it was you at this point, I think I would be aware.
Yeah, I'm not exactly subtle when messing with you.
Yes, you also seem to enjoy that I know what's going on, and if you were to mess with my portals, it would be more extravagant than covering them up with blocks. Oh, God's above, why? You can leave it there. I'll get it, maybe. Alright. Perhaps I need to grab some more of it as well. Are you asking if someone has it so that you can use it, or what's the meaning of the question? Well, it could also be from an Enderman.
That.
Right. Do this as well. I don't believe it would.
It's not your own space, no. Because you can't build in other people's spaces.
Yes, you wouldn't be able to build in other people's spaces, and I'm quite certain it wouldn't be able to push into someone's space. And even if you could build a redstone machine, it's not like it would matter if you tried to use, say, TNT, because TNT would not explode in someone else's property. God's above, I hate having to make shit by hand.
Poor soul.
Yes, the Wither, on the other hand, is a different story, but I'm quite inclined to request a rule about not withering other people's homes. A firework wouldn't cause much of a problem either, my dear.
What seems like a terrible idea to spawn.
You playing with the SCP tokens again?
Gotta do something when I'm not just off exploring.
I suppose. Yes, fireworks damage mobs, but not in any way that matters during this version. This is 1.12.2 after all. Actually, we'll build this right up against here. That way it'll be easy to move her in. All the creatures need to move. Well, making the horses fly is a different story.
Time for bad decisions.
Oh, God's above.
Because I'm not allowed to make those outside of enrichment time anymore, apparently.
Well, yeah. Neither is anyone else, Mandy. I hate to break it to you. Bearer of bad news and all, I suppose.
It's fine.
It's fine, she says.
God damn it. I'm apparently gonna have to go murder a bunch of squid.
This is the way of life. Oh, it sounds like someone has ink for you.
Are we actually gonna give me the ink, or are we gonna try and dance around base location again? The shame pit? The original one, or the second one that you built somewhere?
How does that look? It could look uglier.
It has a... Oh, God, why?
Well, it seems like a place that would be shameful to exist in. I also can't believe you haven't found my base, Dr. Real. It is not far from spawn. It is by far one of the easiest places to locate. Of course the horse that can barely jump 2 blocks jumps in here. Gods above.
Oh, goody. Didn't realize... Wait, is that every time?
Is what every time?
Oh, no, just that one time. I warped to spawn and it stuck me inside the egg.
Oh. Interesting.
We're gonna go bother Hothas until
What?
the morning, because I'm not about to go after the desert shame pit in the middle of the night. Your base is closest, and I'm too lazy to fight.
And I'm going to have to let you inside too, aren't I? Or are you going to find a little way to weasel yourself in? Yes,
say
the
that
lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch. I agree, Kalinsky.
Well, fuck you too.
I suppose I'm one to talk. I did decide that I was going to stow away at your base overnight at one point.
Oh!
You weren't there.
I figured. No one in your chat squealed on you? You're all little shitheads.
I didn't do anything of harm. I was just there. They didn't squeal on me when I put chickens in your farm either.
Is Dashi having issues?
Whatever tipped you off, Mandy?
Allow me to pull out a phrase I haven't said to you in a hot minute. Eat a bag of dicks. Or I could put a curse on you.
I don't believe there's much curse that's worse than whatever the hell's this foundation already does.
Me?
What sort of curse are you implying?
May your base be pockmarketed with creeper explosions.
I do not give a shit. It already happens. It's not a curse, you're just describing my everyday. And
Is this
hello,
out of your
Dr.
base?
Thompson.
It is. Okay. Fuck off, you stupid snake.
I'll have to get some more glass at some point as well.
Why can't I move and keep dying? You are frozen in place outside of Hothus' base. And I, out of character, will be right back because I need to go murder a cockroach.
Oh. And also, Dash4, maybe you should just stay the hells away from my base. But I suppose I can attempt to help you in a moment. Everyone lives in Hothus' yard. Well, are you getting stuck in my yard, or...? Oh, gods above, you alerted the birds. You shot my bird, you asshole. Alright, you need to go back in the yard because you won't sit down on your own accord. I'll be there in a second, Dash4. Just hold on. Oh, see, you're fine now. Oh, that squid was an unfortunate casualty in this little endeavor. Alright. Now back to my own business. Well, your ping is terrible. Your connection is god-awful, so that is likely a major part in it. Thompson, it makes me nervous when you compliment me. Oh, another zombie pigman has come through from the sounds of it. They never last long. The golems always get them. Well, as is the way of life, I suppose. We've effectively trapped them into the same hell that we've all fallen into. Congratulations. I hope you're proud of yourself. Well, some days are better than others, my dear. Well, as I said, it's the circle of life. It can't be helped, I suppose. The Foundation gets everyone eventually. Well, I suppose I should make use of that sand you've dropped off. I need the glass at least. Yeah, go away if you know what's good for you. Yeah, I'll take the gravel as well, I suppose. Yes, I hear you. Sheepishly. Alright. Now we can put the gravel away for the time being. We'll cook up at least some of the sand to stack. I'll hold on to the rest for later in case I'd like to make some pink concrete. That's not how you make glass, dumbass. There we are. Now back to this task at hand.
Well, that was delightful.
I'm sure it was. Alright. I suppose we'll also have to do a living room type setup.
Playing this game already. Great.
Yeah, was it acting up? It certainly sounds like it. Are we back from the dead?
We are back from the dead.
Alright then.
The room now smells of roach spray, which is always delightful.
Lovely.
If it's the old Wi-Fi, why is it still a thing?
Well, it would also certainly explain the current issue you're having. Alright. Now, the question is, do I want this house to have an upstairs? And gods above, I think I do.
But of course, you must give the tiny child a playroom.
This is going to be a large enough house that there will already be space for a playroom. This can be a bathroom. We can have the stairs in here, TV in general. No, pet. Ping. Good ping is low ping. Bad ping is high ping. Your connectivity is low. Your ping is high.
long since removed the marker for the pit of shame, but thankfully a giant fucking square in the middle of the desert is easy to spot on the map.
That would certainly do the trick. All right. Oh, we have company. Best behavior all around. Do you think I'm going to get in trouble for taking the little girl home now that he's here?
I mean, it's
And then my dogs. I mean, yeah, it is my enrichment period. It should be fine. You're not allowed to make me fucking break character like that, Soars. That was too funny. Yeah, there wasn't gonna be a recovery from that one. Oh,
nope.
Shit. Congrats, you've won.
Oh, God. Just...
I can get back into character, I swear.
I like the sand physics, but I hate the sand physics because it never falls how I want it to.
The hells do you mean it never falls how you want it to? It falls down.
I mean, like, if there's a bunch of sand that's stuck that needs to fall, if I break one piece, only like 2 pieces fall, not the entire thing.
God's above sometimes, I suppose.
I suppose.
I'm going to beat you with a chair.
And I will smack you with a sock full of rusty nails.
Yeah, that would be a new one at least. We must applaud the creativity.
Oh, sweet Jesus, the hole is making me lag.
I'm certain a certain director could make a euphemism out of that.
I hate the fact that he showed up and then potentially left. Might just be lurking. I don't know.
Well, I haven't seen the Cheshire Cat smile yet.
Nope. No. Mm-mm.
What? You call him that
No.
all the time.
Used to. For the love of the gods, especially since I don't know if he's here, just don't.
There can't be that much harm in it.
This.
Yes?
He pulled a Koenig.
Elaborate.
Yeah. The talk I had was not a talk. It was a discipline.
Ah. I see. Well, small. I know when it's a time and a place to mention things, so I'll keep my mouth shut about something else for the time being. Alright. Well, it sounds as though he's left. It's not like he's heard anything. We're not going to add windows to the bathroom for obvious reasons. Oh, Godspeed, I'm not shocked that you don't know what we're talking about.
Nothing that concerns you, Klinsky.
That is a fair enough answer.
Jesus Christ, I think I have enough ink sacs now. Flavor of death. Sure, why not?
How many more? I don't have many of these left, do I? Alright then, perhaps I need to go raiding for more of these small lamps. I used to have so many of them.
Yeah, I may have raided a couple of those buildings for those small lamps.
Oh, good to know that these break faster with a pickaxe than a standard one. I'm going to need more of this as well, aren't I? Yeah, I certainly am. I suppose it doesn't have to be the entirety of it, just enough to add some extra lighting. There we are.
Oops.
Lovely splashes of color in these places to liven things up.
Hooray for horrible ideas. Oh, I still gotta wait 1 minute before I hate waiting for that stupid thing to be able to print more papers.
Now we're going to move this to a different side.
Well, you haven't disconnected within 5 seconds, Dashy, so I'd say that you're doing okay.
An improvement, if you will.
What do you mean resetting in 0 minutes? That's not a thing!
It's resetting in 0 minutes. You can wait 0 minutes.
This is bullshit.
It wasn't planned by me.
You say that like you wouldn't make it somehow stuck indefinitely on resetting in 0 minutes, which it might be. What the fuck?
Perhaps you should leave it be and stop checking it every 2 seconds. There is some logic to my suggestion, is there not? How's if I know? Mandy likely only has one of those machines, though.
I do. Because I have a fair amount of blank documents. I just wanted to print more paper because I like the sound.
You like the sound of printing documents.
Yeah, in this mod pack, I do.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Oh, horrible, terrible idea to come out here in the middle of the night, but we're doing it anyways.
Well, it seems most of us aren't known for good ideas regardless.
You are in a mood tonight, and it's making me want to slap you across the face.
It wouldn't be the first time that's happened either. Alright, lovely. This can function as a crawl space of sorts. This house is going to look nicer than mine, gods above. Alright. No, the child deserves a nicer house than what I live in. It's not her fault I live like a rat. I suppose I also need to get myself quite a large sum of these stairs. We haven't heard anything from the overseer. That's for the best. No! So, Mandy, you intend to come online every single day to keep up with them, correct? God's above. At least now you'll learn just how durable those sheep are and why they caused me such strife. Just don't let let them breed out of control. Divide the two of them up. And hello, Nico. Currently, we are building a house for SCP-053, the young girl. We brought her home. Kalinsky, you should learn to be brave enough to say what you think about someone to their face. Just like I'm about to kill this D-class if he keeps slamming my door. So we're going to get rid of some blocks we don't need in terms of making this roof. Filler, if you will. I'm not the one who makes a habit of such things. Not usually, at least. Ouch, my leg. Well, aren't we snarky today, Kalinsky? You know, it sounds like all the more reason you need to learn to hold your tongue. Gods above. At least I have /top to work with here. Again, it is quite comical that the child who I've taken in is going to have a significantly nicer house than myself. Aren't I a grandiose parent? Sure, the attic has a lot of dirt in it, but means all the same. I guess for my little enrichment period, the term parent would suffice. I know better than to mouth off to people who are ranked above me, at least most of the time. You, Kalinsky, are not above me. Oh, and the return of the D-class from the sounds of it.
My microphone decided to stop working.
Lovely. And you're going to take good care of those sheep, are you not, Mandy?
I already did. Because you want to know what I use? That fucking bow and arrow.
Oh, so you slaughtered them. I'm
Yeah.
honestly surprised that you went straight for the kill.
I mostly spawned them, this time at least, for shits and giggles when you saw what I died to.
Oh, well, you got your reaction.
Yes, and as the head of the Department of Chemical Warfare, you seem to injure yourself and cause chaos in your own office than anything else.
Correct.
So,
A real throwing stones in glass houses type of deal. I mean, gods above, I'm tasked with dealing with D-Class, but at least I'm not causing department-wide issues.
or bodily harm to my coworkers.
Yes, that as well. It depends. Some things can't be helped. They work for this hellscape. They know what risks exist.
It's gotta be because you're in game at the same time, which means your chunk is loaded. As to why I lag so much.
I don't believe that would add up. Because that would mean on servers that have hundreds of people, someone wouldn't be able to join because there's hundreds of chunks being loaded at once.
Well, it's less to do with your chunk and more to do with all the entities in your chunk.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that still wouldn't add up.
I don't know what else it would be because I don't lag like this when when you're not here.
Hmm.
And I know it's not forward because I'm in other calls at other times while playing this and other games, and I don't have those problems. So I'm just gonna blame you for everything.
Well, fuck me sideways with a rusty hatchet, I suppose.
Does it matter if he's dead?
What? Who are we talking
Klinsky is
about?
curious as to what the plural.
The plural of Jesus. Why in the hells would it matter if he's dead or alive? It seems as though the call has cut out once more for Mandy. And also, dear, it's the equivalent of asking what the plural of Kalinsky is. It's a fucking name, not a species. And if anything, Jesus was a demigod, not a god in the full sense. It is odd that that's happening. I'm not facing any issues personally. So it is strange. Well, again, that is something I'd be unsure of. I'm not facing any lag issues personally. And gods above, I know my Wi-Fi isn't great. But there's servers that carry a significantly higher load of mobs than this one. Yes, the plural of Kalinsky is nuisances, I suppose. That is acceptable. Right. Lovely, lovely. Now I don't want to brew anything. There we are. Alright. At least put some glass in these windows we've set up. There we are. I would be more inclined to consider it being the amount of buildings. Especially if Mandy's currently nearby where I've been dwelling. There we are. Lovely. There we go. All right. What does that come here? More of these to start. And more stairs as well, I suppose. Yeah, we'll need more than that, unfortunately. That'll hold us for the time being. Lovely, lovely. No, not like this. That could do us something, I suppose. Are you wandering nearby? What are you going on about?
Microphone. Work.
Does not seem to be fond of anything today, is it?
Nope.
forgot that we can't just simply leave this roof as dirt.
I mean, you could.
No.
Oscar Klinsky, your job is a nuisance. Therefore, so are you.
Alright. Actually, I wonder. I could use less blocks and make this roof a tad bit higher if I do this instead. At least I'm getting paid to be here. Go sit on a cactus. Actually, no, let's elaborate. Go sit on a cactus and pick the needles from your teeth with how far up it'll go.
Oh no, what a comeback. I definitely haven't heard that one 50 bajillion times. If you're going to insult me, sweetheart, get creative.
There we go. Lovely.
Oh, sweetheart Nico, darling, you're not in the clear either.
It's cute how often people think they're completely innocent and fine.
Oh, envy's been on the list. We've attempted to get off by, spouting words that don't exactly work against. Because one thing no one seems to understand is if someone like me tells you to fuck off and that it's fine and to leave them alone, that doesn't mean keep trying.
People are going to come to my property and see this house and think, ah, yes, that must be the one that Hothez lives in. It's the nicest house on the property. And it's not the one I live in. It is the nicest one on the property. There we are. It's acting up for a moment. I suppose I should make this function the same way as all the other roofs, so it's not just slightly lower. Ugh, I don't like when they come in just to stare at me. Oh, lovely. Let's see what that gets us.
I give up on Minecraft for the night.
Fair enough, I suppose, given how it's been acting.
Yes. Sliding back to your chat, though. 1, Kalinsky. You do not need to make something to boil my blood. You are annoying enough as is. 2, NV. I didn't ask you to care. Fuck off.
Well,
Alright.
straight into the point.
Because that's not care, that's pity. And take your pity and shove it up your urethra.
Oh. Maybe we could get Director Koenig to think twice about that one.
But I'm not about to leave this voice chat because it's so much easier to get words out when I don't have to deal with ethics.
Fair enough, I suppose. Right. We're also going to spare some expenses because this room is lit up well enough as is. It doesn't need all of these. We can use some of them for upstairs. This room, on the other hand, is big enough that it warrants all of them.
Ah, they're learning. At least one of them is.
Well, they have to learn eventually, don't they?
Now, if only MTF was so easily taught.
Yeah. Well, they've already been fully trained by the Foundation itself. Not much room left in those thick skulls.
With the largest amount of quotations around trained.
You know, at some point they're just going to decide to start cloning them.
They haven't done that already.
Yeah, they probably have. But at least, I mean, more along the lines of being more bold-faced about it. Force them to realize they're just as dispendable as the rest of us. They seem to think a bit too high and mighty of themselves for my liking.
To be fair. Except for like a small margin of you. Everyone that's not a D class tends to think high and mighty of themselves.
I suppose. But gods above, you have to admit it befalls the task force far more than the rest.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, W4, she did say vast majority, not every single one. So, congratulations. You are not one of them.
Oh, I should have specified the vast majority aren't D class or SCP. Although there are SCP that do think themselves high and mighty.
Fernand.
Him, I would say Godzilla, and ye old false god, or whatever the fuck he is. And in case anyone bothers to ask in your chat, Godzilla is obviously 682, and ye old false god is obviously 343. In case your context clues are lacking.
Well, I mean, gods above, you've seen how they discuss things. It wouldn't be shocking if they couldn't catch on.
Is it even worth classifying that as discussing? It's more just like petty playground arguments.
Alright. Now to get even more stairs. Also to figure out what the hells I'm going to do for the bedroom roof.
Skylight.
No. It wouldn't fit with the rest of how the building currently looks.
I wish you would as well, Klinsky.
There we are with that. And of course we'll have to update this to have the path go right up to where she lives. And for the hells of it, just so I don't have to stare at dirt, we'll do this as well. Oh, God's above. Now we'll have to wait for that to grow back so I can flatten it once more. I never truly have enough in the stairs department for these types of builds. Alright. What did I do for this over here? Well, I at least remember one of the things I did. There we are. I may as well take advantage of the thing I need to grow back anyway. Ah, God's above, that's not how I wanted you to form. That's more like it.
I'm being offered a shiny thing.
Now, perhaps
As an
I saw
apology.
that it worked for me.
Don't you know? I'm kind of having fun now just watching you squirm. I have to be careful with who I target, and clearly you don't seem to mind.
It's certainly a way to go about it. What are we confused about now, -4? I hate using stairs. Gods above. I suppose it wouldn't be a sin to have 2 windows here as well. Oh, you were asking a question? I suppose I can't stop you from trading with them, which is all the more reason why a certain one is locked up. One of them I'm not letting any of you trade with, not without a price.
What the fuck kind of trade has he got that you're locking him up?
Something special that I'm not keen on sharing anytime soon.
Delightful.
No, not horse armor. Good guess, I suppose.
Can villagers even trade that?
I don't believe so. But it would make sense as to something I would like to guard with my life. No, I allow you to trade with my villagers that sell apples. Try again, dear.
Is it rare?
I would say it's quite rare. No, it's not thorn books either. No, there is a villager that sells that, but that one's not one I have locked up.
It's Mandy's kidney. Fuck off.
No, it's not Mandy's kidney.
Trying to think of what's rare.
What's rare and valuable enough that I wouldn't want to share it. And keep in mind, villagers can give you an infinite amount of an item as long as you keep resetting their trades. So what is something that I don't want any of you to have, period, even if I can get an infinite amount of it? No, gods above, not the thunder sheep. I need to see if I currently already have some fences. I'm also going to check on what other types of light I have. I do have birch fences. Huzzah. Well, that's above. I'm filling up my inventory. so very quickly. I'll put some things up here for the guts buff. There. Lovely. What was I coming in here for? The heavy... No, I grabbed the heavy buttons I needed. It was something else I'd wanted, and now I forget oh so quickly. Ah, the ceiling lamps. That's what I was after. All right. Oh, shame. Alright then, well, I suppose that'll simply have to be as is. Oh, I'm stupid. That's what happened. Not a new revelation. Cause enough of a problem that he decides to beat you to death. Only allow me to place you like this. Ugh, gods above. Fine. Nice and subtle. What about these? How can I work with them? I suppose it wouldn't be the ugliest thing known to man, but I'm still not too keen. Oh, and I will have to give her a fenced-in yard like I promised. We can do that through here, I suppose. We'll get to that at a later date. For now, I wish to just focus on... And thank you kindly for the rose. It is greatly appreciated. Who in the hells are you trying to summon? Yes, Beetlejuice, I get it. But last time we tried to play 3 names in a row, broken, unbroken, yada yada, you were trying to summon 051. And if you think 051 is Beetlejuice, you're incorrect. Alright. Now, working with what we're given. Ha! Director Koenig, you're trying to summon him by Beetlejuice rules now. How lovely. And so very appreciated. I love when my boss shows up uninvited. It sparks nothing but joy. Seems like many of you are intent on my suffering. Because we're running so low on those other lights, I suppose that we'll have to use these ones for this. Oh, gods above. Perhaps not. Right, we can still work with this, I suppose. Alright. Let's get this taken care of. Perhaps if I did it the right way, we'd have an easier time. Who'd have thunk? Alright. Now back to these. But we'll need a few more. More than 6, so let's go for 12. And actually, to help clear out some inventory space, we'll get that installed. Should make some railings for here as well. Don't want her simply falling off, I suppose. Did I just not go down and make what I said I was going to make? I don't believe I did. Gods above. I placed some items and then yada yada. Lovely. Break this. Get up here. Oh, I forgot this part of the roof is still not finished. Neither side is finished. Yes, I acknowledge that I had mentioned using concrete at one point. Gods above. I didn't commit to it. I was simply musing over the concept. There we are. And what did we do here? Ah, that. Alright. Once we get the bare bones of this building settled, I feel that we'll be good to let her out. Then we can continue working on it while she's in here, and we can call it a night. Gods above, are you looking to make him mad or summon him? Because right now, you're only really posing the irritant role. All right. Perfect. Gods above, honestly, I suppose this is good enough by technicality. Though it does look quite drab from this side. Oof. Don't need to be falling to my death. Gods above, I hate using stairs. Lovely. No, I'm not going to be becoming a pancake anytime soon. Having difficulties, Mandy. There we are. Lovely. There's that, at least mildly settled. Though we'll have to ensure there's slabs on this roof to make sure nothing spawns on top of it. There we are. Ah, no, you can actually see the inside of the house. Alright then. No, and then something can spawn there. It was better the way I had it. There we are. Alright, now to go back in and get some more slabs. Oh, lovely. This can be sorted again. Not looking terrible. We'll see if... it certainly won't be. There. We'll see if that's enough. Yes, not even close to enough. 6, 12, 14. Is that exactly 18? I suppose we'll see. Make 3 more sets. Lovely. That's taken care of now. I suppose make use of the torches to light this up a bit more. Can't risk a spot being too shady and spawning things in. Oh. The knockoff Mandy's interacting with the cat. That feels fitting. Alright, in general, the bare bones of this house is finished. Oh, I did want to add some fences as well. Bit of a guardrail once at the top of the stairs. All right. Lovely. Carpet, we can set a bed somewhere. Likely right over there. We'll get her bedroom completely finished, then we can worry about other setups. Alright. Some of these away. Guns above these, they don't need all of it. Different things. Ah, some shelves would be nice. Alright. Good stuff. There we are. I should get my hands on a... God's above, what's the word? Some clay for a flower pot as well. Right. Back to going this way, I suppose it would make sense to have a... I have an idea. Does this have silk touch on it? Of course it doesn't. You do, though. Hopefully that'll work. Lovely. That's exactly what we wanted to see. You can put those up like that. And then... of course I put them all away, thinking, oh, we don't need them anymore. along, dear. Remove these. Your upstairs area is much nicer than downstairs, I assure you. I suppose I should put another table right next to her bed. That'd be a good place to have a flower pot. Alright. No, I don't recognize the bodies in the water. Alright. Now let's get some of those slabs. Now, hopefully this doesn't end up in an issue of us having a breach. Where is the little rascal anyway? You wandered back in here, darling. You don't have to stay in this dingy room. Go along. The new house is much nicer. I know. You have plenty of space to roam as well, much more than that dingy little containment cell. I forgot that I did in fact need that other piece of birch. Gods above. I suppose I should just use the slabs in my pocket, but I clearly wasn't thinking about that in the moment.